Let us solve the exercise number 2 in the part A of Python lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write a program using user-defined functions to find the area of a rectangle, square, circle, and triangle. Also, we are supposed to accept the suitable input parameters for all these different geometrical shapes from the users. So let's go ahead and let's start using the Python. I'm going to go with my Visual Code. And the first thing that you are going to do is first click here and check whether you are there in your proper location. If you are not there, go to the file and then open folder. Go to the appropriate location where you have your Python programs, that is either D colon or any other colon where the things are there. Select that folder and ensure that you are there in this folder. You can click on this to create a new file, or you can also do here and then say new file. One and the same option remains same whether you are going to do it from here or from the other place. I'm going to go here and I'm going to give the name as a2.py. You can definitely give a lengthier name here. So let's start by creating the different user-defined functions. That is what they have said. We are supposed to find the user-defined functions for all these geometrical shapes. So let's start with the one thing at a time. So let's start with the triangle. That is what they have said. So how do I create a function? I'm going to say def. Let me just remove it back here so that I get ample space for typing it. So let's start with the what was the first thing? The rectangle. So I'm going to say rectangle. And you can find the well, my spelling is proper. Okay, so you need length and breadth for rectangle to find the area. And how do you find the area of a rectangle? So to find the area of the rectangle, you're going to say it is a length into breadth. So that is done. Length into breadth. Let me type that. Okay, I think I just missed this comma here. Okay, length into breadth. And let's go to the second function. What was the second function that you have? A square. So let me go ahead with the square. So I'm going to go with the definition def, and let me say square. And you know very well square. You just take the side of the square and multiply it 2 times. So this is the square with the side, and I'm going to return the side into side. That is length into length, or whatever you say. Get done. Let's look at the third function over here is the circle. So let's go with the circle here. Okay, and what are the things so that you require? You just require the radius for a circle, and we are going to return, okay, 3.14. Okay, 3.14, that is pi into r square. So 2 times r square. Okay, so this is pi r square. Done with it. And let's define something else there. What else? What is the last thing that we are left with? The triangle. Okay, so let's start with the triangle. We're done with the triangle, and we have base into height for a triangle. And what is the thing that you can do? So you can return, see, you can just say 0.5, that is 0.5, or let's say base into height. Let me do it base into height divided by 2, half base into height. Okay, it is up to you. Half is nothing, but if you don't like this one, you can just say 0.5, that is half, into base into height. It's up to you. Okay, whichever way you want, you can do it. Half base into height, or base into height by 2. Done with it, and let's look at what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to accept the parameters for different options that the user is going to give. I'm going to show a menu to the user. So I will start with the while true, and I will start the menu. First, I'm going to print the menu. So I'm going to say print the choice. Let me start with the /n here. The first choice is what was the first choice we had? We started from the top. So we had the first choice is rectangle. Slash n, second choice happens to be the square, and slash n, the third choice happens to be circle. Done with it. Fourth choice happens to be, what was the fourth choice? Okay, fourth choice happens to be triangle. Okay. And slash n, fifth choice happens to be exit, because this is a menu driven option. We are going to exit this one, okay, exit. And I think if you want, I can just put a slash n and dash 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 dash. So this way just looks like a menu. Then I'm going to accept the choice from the user. Let me say ch is the choice, and I'm going to say integer of input, because this is integer of input, and I'm going to say your choice. So your choice, and let's say this is it. Let's start with the if statement. So if the choice happens to be 1, what are you going to do? If the choice happens to be 1, we are going to take the rectangle. So when we take the rectangle, we need length and breadth. So let's start with the length is equal to, I'm going to take a floating point number. So let's start with the float of input, and we'll convert it into float, whatever the input is given. So I'm going to say length, length, length is this much, and breadth, let's take float of that again, a float of input, and breadth. Okay, so this is it. Now the version that I am using, Visual Studio, is the old version. Now today, if you install the Visual Studio, it has some enhancement, okay, AI based enhancement, which will automatically fill the content. I'm going to show you the plugin later in the next video, which plugin can actually do it. Now, in any case, let me go ahead with the work here. So the area is, we are talking about rectangle here, and we will pass the length, comma breadth to this rectangle. And I think I can directly, I would have printed it here. In any case, let me press enter, and I'm going to say print, what is this? Area is, okay, I think I will use a f string here, because I need to print here. So area is whatever is the area, and square unit. Okay, so that's it. Got the first choice here. So these many square unit, if you want, you can remove the space here. Yes, those many square unit. So this is for the, which one is for the first choice. What is the second choice is the square. So if the choice happens to be 2, what are you going to do? The choice happens to be 2. So what are you going to do? You are going to take only the side. I'm going to just copy it here, Control C and Control V here. Okay, let me just place it here. Okay, and what you have is sides. Okay, so you are going to take, when it is a rectangle, you're going to just take the side value. Okay, side is how much is the side, and then you find the area. I'm going to just copy this one, Control C from here, press enter, Control V to paste it. See to it that you are in the same line, and this is not definitely the function. So we are going to call the square, and we are going to supply the yes. So this function, this is going to call this function. So this is the function that I'm calling now, and area as usual, you can do that. Again, if the choice happens to be 3, what are we going to do? So if the choice happens to be 3, it is for the circle. And what is required for the circle? For the circle, I need the radius, and the rest part remains same. So this I will change it as yes, because you see this one should be yes, because I'm taking yes here. So both should be yes. Let me, for the circle, there is a same story. I'm going to just enter here and paste it here. This is the radius R, and I'm going to say radius. So this is the radius, and area is this is circle. So CIRCLE, and radius. I'm passing the radius. So for the circle, it is there here somewhere up here. So for the circle, I just call this one and pass the R value here, so I can be able to get it. And let's go ahead with the L if the choice happens to be 4. So what is the fourth choice here? Fourth choice is the triangle. For the triangle, I need length and breadth, base into height. So I'm going to just copy this one, Control C from here. Let me press enter and paste it. So this is the base into height. Let me first make the variables here. So first one is the base, and next one is the height. Okay. So how do you call this one? So this you are going to call this a triangle. So this is a triangle is base into height. Base into height. Done with that. So this I'm going to call for the triangle. I'm going to call this one base into height, and I will get the answer. If the choice happens to be 4, so then what are you going to do? I'm going just to print something, and I'm going to say with the slash n, I'm going to say exiting, okay, dash 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 dash. Yeah, so exiting, and then I will break the while loop. So this while loop that I've started, I'm going to break that while loop. We have the wrong choices because somebody can type by mistake. If somebody types something wrong, then I'm going to say print slash n wrong choice. So this maybe slash n again. Okay, done with it. So let me just save it, and let me run it. Right click and just run it, or you can click here and run it. So you just run it. So you get the option here, enter the choice. So the choice number 1 is the rectangle, and the length happens to be, say, 2, and breadth happens to be 3. 2 into 3 happens to be 6 square meters. So you get it. Let me go for the second choice, and that choice, let me zoom in for you so that you can see what I'm typing. So the choice is 2 now. Rectangle size is 4, and the 4 square happens to be 16, and you get the answer as 16. Let's go with the choice 3 here. And what is the choice 3? Choice 3 is for circle. Radius is, I'm going to take radius is 10. So let me take the radius as 1. 1 square is 1. So 1 into 3.14 happens to be 1. This is the same thing. Okay, so 1 means 1 square, pi r square. So pi is 3.14, r square, r is 1 here. So it's going to be the same thing. What about the choice number 4? Triangle half base into height. So base is 10, height is 5. So half of base is 5 into 5, and it happens to be 25 square. And then, and the choice number 6, let's look at the choice number 6. Oh, I think this is not going to exit now. This is the wrong choice. Let me just I will zoom out and just see what I've done. I think I made a mess here. I think my this thing will not exit now. Okay. The reason for that is you know very well why it is not going to exit is this happens to be the choice number 5 for exiting. So it should have been 5. It's of no use doing it now. Okay. Let me try, and it's not no use because it is running the different compiled version there. So now if you make changes, it's not going to work. So choice happens to be 5. It is going to give you a wrong choice. And what to do? See, there are many ways. You can give a wrong input, or you can just go here, and this is running now. I'm going to just zoom in here. Just concentrate on this area over here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in for you. Okay, this code is there in front. You get a delete here. Okay, kill. Okay, that's it. So just kill this, and it is dead. Okay, so when you do that, just kill that. Okay, if you want, you can even kill the PowerShell here, and this is not the error. Don't expect that. That is just popping up. Let me just make this one as 5 because you know very well my choice here happens to be, if my choice is 5 here, then exit. Otherwise, what is this? So this is 4. Sorry, this is 4, and this one is 5. If 5 is for exiting, 4 is for triangle. Done. Let me save it and let me just run that code here. You can right click and just run it. And where is the choice? Okay, done. Okay, I will not try the other choices there. I'm going to try the fifth choice and exiting. And that is exited. So just sorry about that. It was a silly program and I mean, silly mistake, and I think somehow I messed up there. So this is choice 5 is for exiting. You notice here. That's all in this one. This is a very simple program. Thank you for your interest in looking at the execution in which is this visual code. And suppose let me just save copy this one, Control C. Suppose if you have tried with ideally, the same story will go here. So let's go here, and I'm going to say file, new file, and let me assume that you have typed the code, you have taken the pain in typing this code, and go here and save this file, and let's go to the uh, this same location, some okay, some A2. I'm just saving it at a particular location. Okay, save it. Done. Just run this one. Same thing, you would have got it. I will try with the base is 10 and the height is 4. So 10 is 5 into 4, 20 square feet. You're going to get it, and I will try it here with the exit, and this is how it's going to go. So whether you are using the ideally or whether you are using the VS Code, it is one and the same. Okay. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.